Hello and welcome to another Division video. In this video I will just quickly talk about the most important things in my opinion which you have to know about the current global event Ambush, and it has 4 topics I will discuss. First of all, the modifiers, and second one, the 2 best builds to run these missions with this modifier. Third part, how you can farm global event credits, and the fourth part about the commendations, how you can get them pretty easy, all of them. And yes, to make it a little bit shorter for you, I put timestamps into the description. If you're just interested in 1 or 2 topics, then just jump to this point and watch this part. And the second one, I don't integrate here some videos, I do them separate, so you can just check out some videos I will upload later to see some things more in detail. But for the moment, let's get right into it. And yes, please don't forget, if this is useful and you enjoy the video, don't forget to give this video a like, leave a thumbs up, it's really appreciated and it helps me a lot. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching. But for the moment, let's get right into the video, or into this global event Ambush. It just started a couple hours ago. Yeah, honestly, I was not that lucky. I opened many caches already, but I didn't get too many good pieces, so I have to farm a lot more to get my pieces I want from this global event. As I said, first topic, let's quickly talk about these modifiers here. I think most of you, or many of you, know it already how it works, but just to make it sure, quickly go over this one here. So always active is ambush, and agents deal increased damage while stationary, and you will see this with a little bar above your health bar, and as soon as this is white all the way above your health bar, you deal much more damage, and this counts for the whole game. So it doesn't matter if you play Dark Zone, if you play Survival, Underground, whatever, the missions, you see always the health bar, and you do always, or the bar above your health bar, and you do always increase damage, and this is awesome, really incredible. If you play with attack build with your sticky, you can hit elite NPCs with about 3.5 to 5 million damage, depends of course on your attack build and on the base damage of your sticky, but this is really insane. And of course with a bolt action sniper as well, so you can one-shot almost all NPCs inside if you have the full buff. That's really awesome, and this works in the whole game in every mission. Then the second one, covered ambush. It's just if you play this by yourself. Covered ambush means ambush behavior plus health diminishing once damage buff expires. So this means you have the same like above, of course, ambush. And the second one, as soon as your buff expires, so that means the white bar goes down and down and down, it turns into red, and when it's full empty, sounds stupid, but it's like it is. When it's empty, the bar, then your health gets hurt, or you lose health over time. And yeah, the more you move, the more health you lose, and this is not that pretty much, let's say this way, that's really pretty much, so you have to be careful that you don't lose too much health when you move too much. And there's a little trick, I'll talk about this when I finish this one here. So strategic ambush, covered ambush behavior plus damage buff, then health diminishing when close to other teammates. So this is the same as before, as I mentioned before, and the things that adds on this is it's active just if you play in a group or more than 2 guys, or with your buddy, 2 guys or more. And then when you stay close to your teammate, you don't get the buff, so you have to stand not that much, I think it's about 5 to 10 meters away from each other to have the increased damage. And yeah, if you run, you also hurt your teammate, so don't forget about this as well, because it's a commendation too. And yeah, the little trick I mentioned before is, instead of running, you have the option, I can't show it here, but you see it in my videos, just make a cover to cover move as much as possible. Because if you go cover to cover, so sit in cover, then we go to the next one, make a cover to cover move, then you don't lose any health, and you still can have the increased damage when you arrive at your destination. So this works pretty well. So try to use cover to cover as much as possible, and you will be fine, I guess. So this is already the first topic about these modifiers, and the second one, as I mentioned before, quickly show you the builds I'm using on this global event. And yes, of course, it's really the meta here, in my opinion, for this global event, the Tactician's Authority. This is so insane. I can just say I run already a couple missions, incursions, whatever, and it works really nice. And as I said before, with the ambush modifier you deal so much damage, especially with the sticky. As I said before, on elite NPCs between 4 to 5 million damage. And yes, you're able to one-shot the agents on napalm as an example at the end, and it works pretty well. So that's really awesome. Tactician's Authority, I just can recommend to run this build as well. It's the best one in my opinion. But the one build it works really nice as well is the one where I did a video lately, or not too long ago. It's my Nomad electronics build, or skill power build. And yes, because you have the ambush modifier all over the place, you do more damage, and you don't have to have that much skill power to have a decent build and to finish the content pretty fast. And the same advantages as before, as I said in the video, the increased survivability, of course. And especially with the modifier, when you lose health when you're moving, this is really nice too, because you have the overheal and you almost don't get hurt if you move or run ahead. So this makes this build really viable to use in this global event too, in my opinion. These are the best builds, honestly, in my opinion, to finish the content. And yeah, definitely if you run solo, then I would choose one of these builds. If you have more time and you enjoy sniping, of course, every sniper build, Hexo, Deadeye, or whatever, Hunter's Face, works pretty well too, because of the ambush modifier. You do so much damage with a bolt action, that's insane as well. So this works as well too. But yeah, let's be honest, if you play just the missions without the modifier or the increased modifier, strategic or covered ambush, then just use the build you're used to use. Yeah, honestly, it's so easy, especially with the increased damage when you stay in cover, that it's not harder. So it's pretty easy. Just run whatever you feel comfortable with. Of course, the ones you can stay in cover, like with a Big Alley and Lone Star, works pretty well, because you get the damage buff. So this is already about it, the build I would talk about. And yeah, these are the two builds that are the best in my opinion. Let's go ahead to the credits, G credits, how you can farm G credits. And yeah, it's a point of course too, how you land here on the leaderboard. And as you see, I just played yesterday, it got refreshed. And yeah, not that bad, so we were not focusing too hard to get as many points as possible. But with my buddies here on these spots, yeah, it worked pretty well, as you see. And the missions we did, our preferred choice is to run the legendary missions. Sounds a little bit weird for some of you, I guess, but with the modifier active you can finish these missions pretty easy and pretty fast if you're used to do it. And that's the most important thing, I think. Just do the missions you feel comfortable with, and you can run pretty smoothly. So as I said before, we finished this mission here in a group in about 11 to 13 minutes each legendary. Yeah, you heard right, 11 to 13 minutes. And yeah, of course you get a lot of credits for it, especially this one here. With the modifier active, as you see here, you get 1575 plus 175 means 1750 G credits per run, plus the boss drops means about 1800 G credits per run. So each 11 minutes about we did this. So this is our preferred choice, but of course you have many other options. So if you would like, you can run, of course, Lexington is pretty fast and easy too, but honestly I hate this mission since 1.5, since I had to run it so many times to get the Barrett's chest. I don't like it at all. Of course you can run Hudson as well, Hudson here, and if you have a good group, of course this is an option here as well, like in the last global events too, Clear Sky. You can run open world bosses. You get 150 G credits from each boss kill, and this counts for the open world as well as for the dark zone. So you can hunt dark zone as well as the light zone. You can run underground if you enjoy, but honestly for the rewards it's not really worth doing. But if you enjoy underground, of course, you can hunt there as well. You can do survival. You get 170 G credits out of each survival cache, and you can get 8 caches out of each run. And if you're really good, you can do it in about an hour. So you get 8 caches in about an hour. It's a really nice method as well. You can play Last Stand here, and you can get 58 credits, 85 credits out of each Last Stand cache. This is a really nice option. And the last one I would really recommend doing, especially if you run it solo, is the weekly HVTs. As you see here, for the highest 2 ones you get 750 G credits each, and yeah, they're definitely faster than a Lexington run in my opinion. The downside is here the only one: you can finish these missions just once a week, but they reset on Fridays, so you can finish this 2 times each character in this global event. So if you have 4 characters, you could finish this theoretically 8 times, if you have enough target intel, of course. But I would just switch a little bit. So do the weekly HVTs, do a couple legendary missions, or Lexington or Hudson or whatever, and do another round of weekly HVTs, do a run in survival, and do the content you enjoy, of course. Yeah, I focus definitely to get the right gear pieces, so I will run a ton of legendary until I get the right gear pieces. But yeah, that's my choice of you. You can just do whatever you like here. So as I said, you get G credits almost all over the board, but the best ones in my opinion, where you get the most for in each hour in my opinion, is HVTs, legendaries, and the Incursion if you have a good group, Clear Sky or Lexington or Hudson, like most recommend already. So this is it about the G credits, how you can farm them and land on the leaderboard with all these methods together. And the last point, as I mentioned before, is the commendations. The commendations, they're not that important. Yeah, you get the masks, but you don't get any point out of it. And I can show you the masks later at the end of this video. In my opinion, they're not really worth hunting for them, because they look really not that good, let's say it this way, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, let's go quickly over the commendations and just the most important ones. They're really easy ones, like this one here, buy superior cache, so I don't have to talk about this. I don't have to talk about this at all. No, well, let's say a little bit. Without draining an ally's damage bar, I mentioned before, as I talk about the modifiers here, so you hurt your buddies if you get hurt and you run. Sounds weird, but it is like it is. So you have to just stay away from each other, and it makes it pretty easy. And my recommendation is do it just with your best buddy in a 2-man group, and it's pretty easy to do. And you have to do it just in 1 mission, and you got it already. So if you run Times Square or whatever you like, or police station is pretty easy too. Just stay away of each other about 5 to 10 meters. You see it when you get the buff, the ambush buff, and you don't lose it, then you're far away, or enough far away, and it works. So this is pretty easy to get. Close quarters, use only a shotgun. Pretty easy too, because you can cheese it a little bit. Yes, you can cheese it. You don't have to use a shotgun, but you have to use it. Yeah, sounds weird, I know. Just go to the crafting table. I think most of you have already a shotgun blueprint, and go down to a 204. So if you have a 204, and it doesn't matter if it's the Super 90, if it is a double barrel shotgun, if it is a sausage or whatever, just don't use the sawed-off, of course, this one here, but otherwise doesn't matter. So Marine Super 90 works, it works the sausage and whatever you like. It would even work a blue one, so it doesn't matter. Military M870, you can craft this one as well, and then craft one until you get one with the right talents. And the best one, of course, the blue one don't have a talent, so this makes it a little bit useless. Just to present you, yeah, one of them, and would be a really nice one, so I would run this definitely. Predatory, the best talent you can get in my opinion to run this. So craft a gun until you get the right talents, and the best one would be one with determined, destructive and predatory. Then just equip the shotgun you got, equip your skill build and run the mission and kill the NPCs. Here I have one, and kill the NPCs while you have your shotgun equipped, and it counts as well if you kill them with your skills. So this is a really cheesy, easy way how you can get this commendation here using only a shotgun. Then every journey, I don't have to talk about this, it's just one run, pretty easy. Full sweep sounds hard, but it's pretty easy in my opinion. If you run this mission solo, then you will get this with your skill build automatically. At least it was for me the case. If you struggle, then just leave a comment, of course, but for me it worked pretty well. Gadget Geek ambush with agent using only tech-wing skills. There are actually two here. This is just one of them, and you get this here. I talk about this later because there's another one as well. Then playlist with specific conditions is easy. Just run through this without anything in mind, and you got this. This is pretty easy as well. Maximus kill each whilst having a full damage bar is pretty easy too. You can stay in cover and kill them pretty fast. It's a combination of another one as well. Kill 100 enemies whilst moving, it's pretty easy too. If you struggle, then just use my Nomad skill build and you can do it. Just walk around, throw seekers, and you will get it. Or otherwise, of course, a Nomad build and kill them with your weapon works too. Works as well. Or striker or whatever. So it should be pretty easy. Perfect execution, being down to death, so flawless runs on all of these ones here. This is pretty easy as well in my opinion, and we actually combined it with another one, with this one here. This is the same one, just for one. They're almost all the time two the same, one just for one mission and one for the whole playlist. It's a little bit stupid, but yeah, this like it is. And we combined it with this one here, only tech-wing skills and the flawless one. It works pretty well, and they're all pretty easy in my opinion, especially if you do it just with a two-man group. And the hardest one, of course, is Dragon's Nest. I talk about this right now, otherwise I forgot about. So I used for this one here, and as I said, we combined it, me and my buddy, using just tech-wing skills, and I used therefore my Nomad skill build. I did just one change here. I swapped out my, here it is, my backpack. I don't use inventive, I swapped it out to a Nomad backpack, and I was using the rehab mask because yes, in the Dragon's Nest, if you reach the last part down there, there is fire almost all the time, not all the time but pretty often. The floor is on fire, you get burned almost pretty often too, and you have to shoot NPCs, and this works really well. So we were both using this setup. My buddy was more using firearms version and I was using electronics version, and we did it. Yeah, I will upload the video later. You can see the gameplay how we did it with exactly this setup here, and only using tech skills, tech-wing skills and flawless, and just with two guys. So it works pretty well. Then let's go ahead with the commendations here. And yeah, one thing to add, if you do the flawless runs, at least it was the case for us, because once he went down in a mission here and I got the flawless, and we did it again, and actually I went down and he did the flawless as well. So just finish the mission and check it out. I don't know why, but for us it worked. So not both have to do it flawless, just yourself have to do it. Yeah, could be just with us, but it worked at least, just to let you know. Then this one here, kill whilst near an ally in strategic ambush. Just be close to your buddy here and kill the NPCs. And yeah, this one here just counts if you kill them by yourself. So if your colleague or buddy kill the NPCs, they don't count for you on this one here. But at least it counts for different characters. So you don't have to do it with just one character, they are count for more of them. Then kill 400 enemies while stationary. It's pretty easy because it's the same like this. If you have a full damage bar, you are usually in cover and stationary, so you can combine these two pretty easy, and it's not that hard to get in my opinion. Just do the missions the playlist and you should be fine. And Super Soldier without being down, that's the flawless thing. And this one here is just the tech wing skills, is the same like this one here. There are actually 3 of them. It's pretty funny. And the difference is just you can do this by yourself, and for this one here you have to be in a group, 2 men or more, and it works. And of course if you do this you get this automatically as well, and this one too. So it's kinda stupid, like I said before, but it doesn't matter. And here as well the hardest one, Dragon's Nest, but as I said I will upload the gameplay, and I showed you the build already, which we did it with. I just didn't talk about or didn't show you the mask. I do this later, and I blur spaced that, forgot about it. Okay, and the last ones I didn't discuss were the first 2, Surprise Punch and Ambush. The reason why, I will upload a short video about this one here as well. Of course, Surprise Punch, the easiest one would be if you were D3, and yes, you don't have to do this in the missions where you have all the modifiers active. You can do this in Wargate, in Lexington, wherever you want. And of course D3 would be the easiest one, but because I thought not all of you have probably a full D3 set with the increased melee damage, that's why I decided to show you an alternative way if you missed the last global event or whatever. And I will upload the gameplay how you can see how you can do this without the D3 build as well, and pretty easy. I got this 52 pretty fast. And ambush boss kills, this is kind of weird because it doesn't count for the legendary bosses. I don't know why, I really don't know why, but they don't count, and that's really awful for us because we mainly play the legendary missions. So we had to have a cheesy way, and you see I just did a couple of them, but you have to have 150 at the end if you will do this. You don't have to, of course, but if you would like to do this and you do legendaries as well, I will upload a video as well where you can see how you can do this on a cheesy way, a little bit cheesy way as well, like this one here, a little bit. Yes, that's already about the commendations. And the last part, not that I forgot to show you the masks you get from these commendations, so that you can see it on the character. It's this one. What was the name? Oh my gosh, I forgot about. Here is one of them. Yeah, okay. If you like it, then okay. But the masks, they really just look good if you wear a hat. Without the hat, I promise you, they look really strange. And where's the other one? Cage, I guess this one here. It's a little bit dark. Yeah, if you like it, you can wear it. I don't like them too much. And the last one is this one here. Yeah, same as before. If you like it, you can wear it. Yes, that's already about it. The most important things you have to know about the global event, in my opinion. I really do hope you enjoyed the video. If so, then please don't forget to give this video a like, leave a thumbs up and a comment down below. And yeah, leave a comment down below if you would like to, or if you have other questions about the global event or the commendations. If it went too quickly, then yeah, just let me know. I try always to answer all my questions or comments in my videos. And thanks a lot for watching. See you in my next video. Have fun farming and enjoy this global event. I do, and I hope you do as well. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Have fun.